This is the only park I can get to right now, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's absolutely packed. Every single parking lot is filled to capacity. So I'm gonna see what species I can find in about 5 hours. Please wish me the best, and well, check it out. So those are May-apples, and that's one of the favored food sources of box turtles. So eastern box turtles love the May-apple, and they're often responsible for distributing that plant throughout the landscape because they spread them around with eating the fruit. And you know what happens after that. There's a bunch of footprints here. There's deer and human. So I'm gonna go elsewhere. So I know exactly where those toads are singing. There's some vernals down that way, and that's a spot I'm heading towards anyways. So there's an Eastern Garter, just basking on the rock. So you may have noticed that that garter snake's head was going from side to side, very similar to what praying mantises do. It's not doing that to mimic a leaf, blowing in the wind or anything like that. Their eyes are only so far apart. It's actually doing that so it can better judge depth of field. It can tell the distance from objects a lot easier where exactly they're placed. So, if you move side to side, you can better tell. If you cover one eye, it's hard to judge depth of field, right? So, there you go. Anyways, I gotta go to a different location. There's way too many people here. Cool thing about them, they only have 205 bones in their bodies, as opposed to ours. We have more bones than horses. Another cool thing is, they've been domesticated for over 5,000 years, and they can see in 360 degrees without turning their heads. I'd like to film more with them, but this is a too high traffic area. But horses are awesome and highly intelligent animals. Believe it or not, coming out of winter, some of them will consume things like birds and stuff on the ground just to get that extra boost of protein. Kind of crazy, isn't it? And younger horses will have this black stuff on their teeth. And the older they get, the whiter their teeth become. And interesting thing is some people in Europe and in America, when they'd be trading horses, they would rub tar on the teeth to make the horse appear younger. The average horse lives about 25 years. And the fastest horse ever clocked was 62 miles an hour. Or was it 55 miles per hour? I can't remember. Incredible animals. A lot of fun to ride horses. So I absolutely had to leave that area. There were so many people. Every time I stopped to film, a group would come up. A lot of the people would watch what I'm doing. And, there was this one point where I thought I might have seen a ribbon snake, an eastern ribbon snake. And I've only ever seen one in this area. Well, the last one I saw in this area was like 7 years ago. And so I was excited. It was probably a garter snake though. But I was approaching the snake to film it, very obviously. And these three people saw me on the other side of the creek, crossed over, went to the snake, and chased it off with their camera trying to get a shot. And the same group was also throwing, their kid was throwing stones in the water, who was like 13 years old. And right while I'm trying to film and stuff, and finally I'm just like, I've had it, I gotta go somewhere else. So you're gonna hear, as I walk along this part, you're gonna hear green frogs let out their call, kind of an alarm call, before they dive into the water. And it's kind of a funny sound, so keep your ears open. That's too bad I missed that. There's one. There's a morning cloak butterfly. It's a nice redback right there. Perfect example of the northern redback. So how cool is this? There's an American toad hanging out in a hole in a rotting log that a woodpecker had made when the tree was still standing. So this is pretty awesome. This ringneck's actually pretty strong. I mean, it's wrapping around my fingers as if they were a branch or something, as if it was an arboreal species. But these are actually fossorial. And that's why it's actually trying to dig into my hand at some points. It's hoping to bury its head or dig into the leaf litter and escape. Another one. So I found 3 ringnecks, 3 northern ringnecks, and I can see a part of a northern brown snake. Check it out. That's another 4th ringneck of the day. As always, I'm returning the animal exactly where I found it, under the same rock. You know, if you don't do that, chances are you'll see less of them next year. So, you know, I'm always finding Eastern Garter snakes and northern water snakes just everywhere I look. And anytime I find a northern brown or northern ringneck snake, it never fails to bring a smile to my face. They're so cool looking and they're very mild-mannered. I love these snakes. The long-tailed salamanders have finally shown up. These are actually my favorite species of salamander. I've seen them several years, and they still get me excited like it's the first time I've seen them. Their eyes are very frog-like or toad-like. Okay, so some of those trails were just really filled with people, and it was really interfering with actually finding anything and actually filming stuff once I did find things. I decided to go off trail and just enjoy the walk. I hope you guys had a relaxing time watching this video. Hope you learned a few things, and until next time, Chris Ignato signing out.